What is up, guys? Plant Commander here, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Metroid Prime. This is a project that I have been planning for several years. It's a game that I've wanted to do since the inception of the channel, and I've been preparing for this LP for quite a long time. This is going to be, by far, the most in-depth Let's Play I have ever done on this channel so far. I have done so much prep work for this, it is ridiculous. But there's no better way than to just get right into it. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently than any other LP you might have seen of this game. First of all, I'm going to be doing it on Veteran, which is probably a common thing. I know a close friend of mine, Adam, A to Z, he did a playthrough, he did an LP of this game on Hyper Mode. So, it's definitely not uncommon to see this game played on hard. What is interesting, though, is how I'm going to go about doing this. I'm going to be sequence breaking the game. Now, to anybody who knows a lot about Metroid Prime, you'll probably know that it's a big speedrunning game, yes, but most of those tricks that are done in speedruns are only done on the GameCube version, specifically the Japanese GameCube version. The reason for that is because Retro Studios is actually pretty notorious for patching out glitches in subsequent releases of games. And with how many times that Metroid Prime has been released, a lot of those tricks are patched out. And I am playing the NTSC Wii version. So, not all of the speedrun tricks and sequence breaks that are possible in any version of the game are possible in the version that I'm playing. So it's worth to keep that in mind. However, I will be talking about a handful of really interesting segments where I could potentially sequence break the game, or just outright do it. And in some cases, I will be doing it. So if you haven't played this game before, if you have never seen anything about Metroid Prime, it's probably going to be in your better interest to learn a little bit about the game before watching this LP. But if you want to jump right into this, I will do my best to explain everything for those of you who might be uninformed. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Metroid Prime. An old familiar tune that sounds so good, even today. Anyway, this is your basic HUD. You can see through Samus's visor. This is, of course, the first 3D Metroid game, and the first 3D, technically a first-person shooter, which is a weird direction for this franchise back in the day, but, yeah, that's what they did, and it actually works. What I did right there is using my scan visor, and what that is going to do is, it actually has a variety of different effects. In this particular case, it activated these little nodes that we can shoot with our beam. We can lock on with Z, as the little tutorial showed us a second ago. And shooting all of these will disable the force field ahead of us, and we can move on. So, yeah, I'll be doing my best to explain everything in a way that even if you haven't played this game, you could at least understand what's happening. But trust me, people who have played this game are probably going to get a little bit more out of this LP, and I don't mean speedrunners. Speedrunners are the ones who helped me put this whole thing together. I will credit all of them at the end, because I've actually had a lot of assistance with this LP in preparing for it. So, it's definitely worth noting just how much people have actually contributed to this, and I'll definitely point that out when the time comes. But the game at this point has pretty much beat into our head that we need to scan stuff. So, what do you say we look into this little suspicious thing over here, and we do just that? Where are you going, buddy? New creatures entry. This is your logbook, and it's basically your database of information. For whenever you scan something, whether it's a creature or a log entry, it records it to a logbook that you can access in your menu, and this is basically a Metroid in-game Wikipedia, based on all of Samus's scans. This particular creature was a parasite, and we'll be seeing a lot of those. Morphology, space pirate. Death caused by severing of the spinal cord. So, yeah, his spine was snapped. Let's, what do you say we scan this really, out-of-place giant monstrosity over here? Analysis shows some incredibly large muscle structures surrounding the jaw area. So this thing's got a strong bite. Morphology unknown. Info, high levels of radiation detected. So it was probably, I guess it was nuked. We can shoot those things. They don't do damage when they splat on us like that. I'm pretty sure they can do damage. You are still alive. Not anymore. But, yeah, that's not really too much to worry about. I'm not going to be scanning everything in the game. I'm going to be trying to scan as much as possible, simply for the sake of, like, completion. I'm not going to be reading every single scan out loud. I will be reading ones that I find particularly interesting, but don't expect me to be reading the entire logbook, because trust me, there's a lot of them, and if I did that, we would be here forever. As the game just said, we can hit C to go into Morphball mode, and that allows us to get through little passages. This is why Metroid can't crawl. But she can, it just in ball form. This is a map station, so let's go ahead and scan this. This is a research entry. Basically, this is stuff you'll just find around the world. It's just a map station. We plug our arm cannon into it for some reason. I don't know why that works, but okay. You've downloaded the map for this area. Yeah, unless you're someone like me who has played this game like 15 times, you're probably going to be looking at this screen a lot. Map is a very good thing, and, yeah, that's kind of the reason the original Metroid has dated so badly, because without a map, these kind of games would be kind of impossible. But, luckily they figured that out by, like, the second game of the series. Did Metroid 2 have a map? I don't know, I haven't played the original. I've played AM2R and, Samus Returns, but I have not played, the original Metroid 2. So I don't know if it has a map, but, I know for a fact by Super Metroid they had that figured out, so. Good to see that they kept that in, although I don't know why they wouldn't. Around this corner, we got some more space pirates. You are about to die, so I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery. You as well, you are clutching your abdomen for dear life there. If you hold down the charge beam, that will actually suck in little pickups. Right there, you just saw me pick up a, health pickup. Now, if I wanna... okay. How do I do this? There's a way to turn off these turrets. I don't know if we can do it in this hallway, but... Just gonna shoot you. Don't feel like looking around for it. So, yeah, that's pretty much your core basics of the game. Please stop that. We can scan this, and this will activate an elevator, so we can go in through here. And, for this first episode, and for a little bit, this run is going to play out mostly straightforward how the game is intended to. I'm not going to be sequence breaking it until a little bit later. I will be doing it pretty early on, so just keep that in mind. Stay tuned for when I do that, because trust me, it's going to be fun. It is going to get really interesting as soon as I start getting stuff out of order. But, for the first episode or so, for at least the first couple of episodes, we're not going to be delving quite into that, so you'll at least have time to get into the swing of things. Remember this door for later. This will be important. Even though this is a tutorial area, you'll see what I mean. I won't spoil it for those of you who don't know what's going to happen, but, you'll see. Get a scan visor ready. Go ahead and get this. You fell from the ceiling, and you... Actually, did I scan you yet? I did not. But you have injuries, and you're not recorded the logbook for reasons that I don't really understand. But we can go ahead and activate Morph Ball in here, drop a bomb, and that will activate the door. I don't know if you actually have to drop a bomb. I just do that out of habit because I don't feel like waiting if on the off chance that you don't. And I've never bothered to check. So let's go ahead and turn, or not turn you off, but just shoot you. Is this a save station? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm not going to save right now. But I figured I might as well show that off. So those are your save stations. I'm actually going to go around and scan this real quick. There we go. Recorded the logbook. That voice clip is actually not there in the GameCube version, so interesting little addition there. Door lock enabled, same thing as before. Actually, let's see if this opens it without dropping a bomb. It does. Okay. Not like that really changes anything, but good to know, I guess. This is the Parasite Queen, our tutorial boss. I don't really consider it to be the first boss in the game, even though it technically is, just because it's so freaking easy. Basically, all you really do, strafe around her, she can shoot out little beams, and pretty much all you really want to do is shoot through these little gaps in her container, and eventually she will go down. It's actually possible to kill this boss in like 12 seconds, and I've done it before, so let's go ahead and line myself up here. Come on, strafe, strafe. Just strafe around her to go a little bit faster. Let me actually... There we go! Alright, so what I just did there is a little trick called rapid missiles, and that's actually I want to call it a speedrun strategy, because it technically is, but like, it's so easy to do that you might as well just do this even if you're just a casual player. Basically, if you try to shoot your missiles, let me actually show this off. We have to evacuate, but let me show this off on the way. If you shoot your missiles, right now I am spamming down on the D-pad. That is about how fast you can do it. However, if you immediately hit A, which is your shoot button, it cancels the reload animation. So you can shoot missiles significantly faster. And it's actually really, really useful for quick killing bosses and just increasing your DPS in general. Alright, so now it's time to GTFO. You guys, you are all dead. I don't know what caused that explosion, but I'm not sticking around to find out. Me. Okay, are you gonna die? You gonna die? Come on. Come on. There you go. And let's go through here. Now, just keep in mind, in a little bit, you're going to see... Let me actually scan you guys, because I don't... oh, no, we already scanned it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I did that, because I don't think that after this tutorial you ever have a chance to scan them again. That's also why I scanned the Parasite Queen, because obviously it's a boss, and you're not going to see that again either. But, yeah, make sure you scan these if you're going for, scans, because I'm pretty sure that this is the only time you actually encounter them. Now, just be a little bit careful as you're running through these tubes, because, well, you'll see. Basically, you just don't want to rush forward too quickly. Come on, get out, get out, get out. I've got to wait for this door. Come on. There you go. You don't have to shoot that. I was just doing that because I was impatient. Eventually, it just blows open by itself. Shoot these guys to just refill your energy in case you have, in case you've lost any. Now, up here, we got some more turrets, so let's... Oh, crap, I don't have any missiles. I guess I probably shouldn't have actually tried that when I did, but, oh, who cares? It works, it works. You can just charge beam them and they die anyway. The charge beam is actually, like, ridiculously powerful in this game. It's not quite as busted as it is in Fusion, but it's good, for sure. Oh, this door's already unlocked. I thought I had to unlock it. But I guess not. Come on, go up through this passage. That's why I said to be careful, because that thing, that can hurt you, and it can hurt you bad. Now just stay right on top of this thing, duck into this little thing as soon as possible, because that will shoot back out. So, yeah, let's go back up through this tube. Is there going to be any more parasites that I can leech some health off of? Any at all? Guess not. Now, ain't that a familiar face? These are grapple targets, so if you jump in, well, you don't have to jump, but if you hit Z while looking at them, Samus will basically lasso. So now let's go ahead and do this. I think this is going to disable the turret, and yes, it did. All right, so yeah, that shuts those down. So if you ever don't want to deal with those things, that's what that does. Now, we scan this thing and try to make our escape. Don't you just love when you get knocked against a wall and then lose all your power-ups for no apparent reason, despite that being not that strong of an impact? Yeah, ability losses, am I right? But really, it's a staple of the series at this point, so I'm really not that surprised, but, like, if you're gonna lose abilities, at least, like, why is that how it happens? That didn't even look like... That looked like it was just, like, bump against the wall, ow, and then that was it. Like, it really didn't look that painful. I'm sure it could have been a lot worse. So, I would like to think that Samus's power suit is at least a little bit more durable than that. But, anyway, we made it back outside. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Welcome to Talon 4. An area that we're going to really grow accustomed to over the next couple of hours. But anyway, I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for more Let's Play Metroid Prime, where we explore the world of Talon 4 and get our bearings here. We got quite a road ahead of us, and it's going to be a fun one. Stay tuned.